Good day, everyone. Hello and welcome to today's live. We are live. If you have not been to any of my live session, I'm Coach Sasa and I'm thrilled to have you today. I missed you guys last week when we didn't have a live stream, but it was something beyond my control. I'm happy to be here today, and I hope today you are going to take a lot of impactful message, and you are going to have something which you can use, and it's gonna help you, right? I will be looking at, and I hope today you are going to, I'll be looking at my phone and looking at here because I want today to be very interactive. Sometimes we have this and we don't really talk. So I want you to ask me questions, give me answers to the questions, and let us make this really worthwhile. So today we are diving into two incredible topics, overcoming self-doubt, and then we'll look at how to build emotional resilience, because sometimes self-doubt can destroy our emotional resilience. So we will also look at ways to build that resilience. I'll also guide you into a visualization exercise, and that is going to help you build your emotional resilience as well. And you can use it anytime when you feel that, I want to maybe pep up my confidence. I want to do this. So you can come back to this video and look at that and follow the visualization on your own. So in today's world, both of us, men and women, we face unique challenges that can shake our confidence and emotional strength. By understanding those concepts and applying them in our everyday life and doing some practical strategies, we can control what we do. We can take control of our lives and then thrive, because we all want to thrive. You don't want to just be average. It reminds me of one of advertisement I was watching the other day. It always makes me laugh. It says, oh, this is Joe. He comes from an average family. He grows up to be an average man, and then he brings up average children who also bring up average families. So we don't want to do that. We want to thrive. So whether you are here to learn how to boost your self-confidence, challenge limiting beliefs, which gives rise to self-doubt, or you want to build resilience in tough times, you are in the right place. So let's get started. You can put I would like to know what you want to get out of this today. Are you looking to build resilience? Are you looking to overcome self-doubt? Are you looking to challenge limiting beliefs? I want to know. If you can put that in the comments, that would be very interesting to know. And by that, I will see what should I really concentrate on. What do people really want? So we'll start by talking a little bit about what self-doubt is. Sometimes we tend to not really know what this is and what that is, and it is important to know what these things are, and important to identify them as they come, and that makes you able to uh, apply strategies which can help you to overcome them. So, put in the comments if you know what self doubt is. I will also like to see that. So, what is self doubt? It's that nagging voice inside your head that tells you you are not good enough, that you will fail. Sometimes you'll be wanting to do something for yourself, or you'll be wanting to start something, but that nagging voice which comes and says, oh, but you will fail at this, and then it reminds you of some other time where you failed. And because maybe you have failed before, you tend to listen to this voice, even though it is not true in that situation, because you have not tried that thing. How would you know you are going to fail? Or sometimes it can tell you that, oh, who do you think you are who wants to do this thing? You are just unworthy. So if you struggle with self doubt, where do you think it comes from? What causes it? And always, if there is something in you, something which is not working right, especially these things to do with limiting beliefs and stuff, ask yourself, where does this really come from? What causes it? When do I tend to have these things? Oh, thank you, Alfie. I'm also happy to be here. I missed you last week. Last week I decided to take some me time, and yeah, we could say self doubt is the feeling of uncertainty about one's abilities, decisions. You have hit it on the head. That's what we say. That is what self doubt is. And Adeleke says it's the internal voice that questions whether you are good enough to succeed. That is true. And in most cases, though that voice is not really true, but it is something which makes you to remain in a certain state, and you don't continue because of that, which is why it is important for you to challenge. It is important for you to find practical strategies which you can use to overcome that. So self doubt can stem from various triggers like past failures. Like I said, maybe you failed at something and now you are trying to do something, and then that comes to you. It can come from social comparison, because now we are more and more online on social media, and sometimes we see these people putting all these things on social media, and then we compare ourselves with them. I also used to compare myself, and then I discovered that, you see, these people will be sitting in yachts or holding money and stuff like that. Most of them do not even have those things. They just go there and take pictures. Sometimes they even take videos from other people. So, social comparison, or even our own upbringing. Our own upbringing also plays a major role. For instance, if when you are growing up, you were always told you are stupid, that's how you are going to feel all your life. Uh, Maybe say you are not being told anything bad, you are not being praised for the things which you did well. You will grow and you will always try to please, because you are still looking for that praise. So knowing those things helps you to overcome them. Right. Sean says it is the fear of not living up to expectations, whether from yourself or others, that keep you stuck. That is very good, and that is very true. Very Fine says self doubt can be a reflection of unresolved insecurities manifesting as imposter syndrome. That is good. I like you guys. You are really nailing it on the head. That's why I like to be here with you and talk to you. I also learn some things from you, by the way. So, like I talked about upbringing, things like you were always told you're stupid, and those things come to, especially when you are trying to do something for yourself. I'm just going to tell a little story. I remember one of my great teachers, I was still at school, who was always calling this boy in our class names. He came from a poor class, and most of the time he will sleep or doze in class. Maybe, I don't know why, maybe he didn't have enough sleep at home. So, and over and above that, he was dyslexic, so he had difficulties reading. And so the teacher will always come behind him. Instead of being kind and maybe showing him, he will come and hit the desk and say, "Wake up, frog! Wake up, frog!" All the time. So much so that that boy didn't try to do anything because he knew that the teacher will call him a frog or something like that. And the teacher always looked for opportunities to humiliate him. You know, like long time ago, that's how teachers were. I'm glad that now they have changed. So he ended up leaving school without finishing because of those things. And I always think of him and say, where is he? Did he overcome that and do something? It is important to know where your insecurity comes from, and then you can challenge it and you can find strategies to work on it. These things which we say or which are said to us stay with us, and they don't get, if we don't get ways to overcome them, they stay with us for life. Which is one thing, guys, with your children, if you've got children, learn these things and know that these things will keep with them. Whatever they become is what we talk to them. So talk blessings to your children, encourage them, or even your brothers or your sisters, encourage them and talk blessings over them. Then they will grow up to be what you say they will be. Right. Have you ever hesitated to apply for a job because you didn't think you had the right qualifications, or perhaps you have second guessed yourself in a relationship? These are common experiences. Right. I want you to comment yes if these things have happened to you. If you have maybe stopped yourself from doing something which you really wanted because you thought, well, I'm not qualified for it. And if things are okay for you, it's okay also to comment with a no. For example, for myself, when I started coaching, like when I started my journey, I faced significant self-doubt. Self-doubt happens to anybody. Even these people you see who are confident now, it's not that they don't have self-doubt. It's how they deal with it, how they overcome it, or how they challenge it, that makes them do what they do. So when I started my coaching journey, I wondered if I had the right skills or whether anyone would listen to me. And that was my mind telling me that. But I learned that these feelings are part of the process, and I had to confront them overhead. Them, you see, I'm saying overhead. I had to confront them head on and move forward. That is the most important thing. You have these things, they come because sometimes it is natural things which happen, is not because of something else. You have to confront them, you have to challenge them, otherwise you'll be stuck forever in a vicious cycle. Oh, thanks, Boniface, you are here today. And I love that some of you guys were asking me during the week, oh, we didn't get a, what do you call, whatever, that there's a a live stream like last week, and they were wondering what's happening, don't we have live stream? I really am happy about that, because it shows that maybe what I'm saying, maybe what I talk about is empowering you, and that is empowering me as well, because it makes me to want to do more and more. So now, Let us look at how we can overcome self-doubt. I'm going to give you some strategies which you can use to, each time self-doubt tries to creep on you, use these strategies. Now that we've identified self-doubt, let's explore how we can overcome it. And here are some strategies which you can use. The first strategy is to reframe that negative thought, because most of the time self-doubt comes as a thought in your head. So when it comes, start by recognizing it. When you can, then you catch it and try and change it into something positive. For instance, if you want to do something and this thought comes, oh, but you can't do this, remember, then try and reframe it in such a way like, I can learn how to do this. It's about shifting your perspective to a growth mindset, because I find that if you something comes in your mind and you say, and it says, oh, I can't do this, I'm rubbish at that, and then you try to reframe it and say, oh, but I can do it, I'm great, it's not effective. But if you reinforce it with something positive which you can do to counter that, then it becomes more effective. Which is why I say you can say, I can learn how to do this. And then look at ways to learn how to do it. And then you will move forward from there. The second thing, something which I really like so much, is using affirmations and visualization. You can use daily affirmations to reinforce a positive beliefs about yourself. For instance, tell yourself, I'm capable and confident. You are not being narcissistic if you praise yourself, but you are being good to yourself, because you have to be good to yourself. You are the first person who knows you. So tell yourself every day, I am capable and confident. And I find it so helpful if you stand in front of a mirror and you use a power woman pose. If you know the power woman poses, you can hold your hands like this, or you can hold your hands on your hips, ensure that you are confident, and then tell yourself, I am capable and I am confident. You can also visualize success. Imagine yourself achieving your goals and let yourself feel the emotions associated with that success. You know, you have felt good and you have done something which made you feel good. Try and use those situations to visualize how it's gonna be when you achieve this goal. How are you going to feel? Sometimes you can even close your eyes, look at yourself and see yourself. Say maybe you are visualizing that you are going to be a successful businessman or businesswoman. Visualize yourself wearing a power suit, carrying a briefcase, getting into your office or getting into your car. Have these things in mind and build your mindset for growth. Type in the comments what, so we can start praying or manifesting it with you. What is the number one thing that is important to you? What do you want to achieve? Type in the comments and we can start praying and manifesting that for you. It's very important, because what you don't put out there doesn't get done. You have to put it out there. I hope I'm still online. Universe, or give it to God, and we can help you to pray for it or to manifest it to come into fruition. Right. One of the best ways to combat self-doubt is through taking action. It's no use to just say, oh, I can do this, I can learn this, but then you don't do anything. You have to take action. Start small. If you want to speak publicly, or you want to be a public speaker, you have to practice that. Practice in front of the mirror, practice in front of your friends, or so that when you face a larger audience, you will be able to do it well. So, taking action, doing the things, small things at a time, to gear up for that big thing which you want to do is very important. Each small step or each small win builds your confidence, because really the crux of the matter here, we want to build our confidence, and that is very important. Now, I want to hear from you. How do you usually deal with self-doubt? Feel free to share your thoughts in the chat so I can help you, maybe point you in some ways which can really be helpful for you to deal with self-doubt. I'll give you a few minutes to put that here, and then I can try and answer. Anjorin says, I want to get a new job. Yes, we are going to pray and manifest for you that you get the job which you want. Adeleke says, I want my relationship fixed. Yeah, your relationship can be fixed if you work on it. Um, Try and see what are the things which made it to get broken in the first place, and then try to work on those things. Alfie says, acknowledge even minor achievements. This reinforces positive feelings and reduces self-doubt. Yes, that is true. That is very true. Caleb said, consistent efforts help me build more, which can diminish self doubt over time. That is true also. And Sean says, I want to do more of personal growth. I've been lazy. Why have you been lazy? At least you have identified why you are not doing self, and that is very important. So, because you've identified that, then you can find strategies to overcome that. You can find strategies to overcome procrastination. Great contribution, guys. Now, let's shift gears to discuss emotional resilience. Remember, I said we are looking at self doubt, we're looking at emotional resilience, and then I'm going to guide you in a visualization. Emotional resilience refers to our ability to adapt and bounce back from life's challenges and setbacks, because life has got challenges, life has got setbacks, life gives us pain. But what is important is, how do we deal with that? So, resilience is essential because all those uncertainties in life, and being emotionally resilient helps you to navigate through the difficult times. I think some of you have heard me say, I lost my husband in July. If I didn't have that emotional resilience, I don't think I'll be sitting here and speaking to people and trying to help other people. So it is important to build emotional resilience, and it's crucial for both men and women, especially in the face of stress and adversity. There's a lot of stress in the world, and if you don't have emotional resilience, it's so difficult. You give up too early. Now, I'm going to share with you the practical steps which you can take to build your emotional resilience. So, what techniques do you think are useful for building emotional resilience? You can share in the chats. So, the first technique I want you to use is mindfulness practice. Engaging in mindfulness can help you manage stress and enhance self awareness. Try taking a few moments each day to practice deep breathing or meditation. So, when you do deep breathing, just feel your breath and listen to your breath. That way, you are cutting out everything else. You are listening to you. That is one part of being mindful. Now, let's take a quick minute together and we are going to do this together. I want you to close your eyes, breathe in deeply, and exhale slowly. Feel the calm wash over you. And do it again. Breathe in, and when you breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. And just let that calm come and wash over you. So that is one activity which you can do for yourself. I find that it works even better. Say you wake a bit earlier than other people and you stand outside and breathe like the first air when the sun is coming out. Just breathe in that air and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out peace and feel the calm coming through your body. The second strategy is self-compassion. Sometimes we don't give ourselves that compassion enough. You need to be kind to yourself, especially after a failure. Most people are kind to themselves when they do something good or when they make a lot of money or when they've done something which makes other people praise them. You need to have compassion, especially after you fail. Instead of criticizing yourself, ask yourself this: what would I tell a friend in this situation? Because if you're a good friend, you will not criticize your friend, but you, even if you know that they contributed to that situation, you will find a way to tell them so that you don't hurt their feelings. So that's exactly what you should do to yourself. Find a way of talking to yourself so that you don't hurt your feelings. This practice builds resilience and allows for personal growth. The third activity or strategy you can do is reframing challenges. Shift your perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, view them as opportunities for growth. You will never know what something is if you don't try and fail. If people didn't try, just imagine yourself when you were a child and you didn't know how to walk. You tried to walk and you fell and you woke up again and you tried to walk until you could walk strongly. Or when you're learning to ride a bicycle, I think learning to ride a bicycle is one of those things. You try to ride a bicycle, you fall. Instead of giving up, you try again until you learn how to ride a bicycle. So it is the same with you. Something goes the wrong way, you fail at something, look at it as something which is an opportunity for you to grow. It gives you an opportunity to design different ways of doing it until you win it. Embrace a growth mindset where failures are stepping stones to success. Don't be like me. I still don't know how to ride a bicycle up to now. uh, anyway, but yeah, don't give up too soon. Of course, sometimes there are times when really you have to give up this one idea and do the other one. But what I mean is, when you fail, don't think you are a failure. You failed at something, but you are not a failure. In strategy number 4, emotional support network. It's so important to have people you can talk to who do not judge you but support you. Can be your friends, can be your mentors. Having a strong support system can help buffer stress and provide valuable perspective during tough times. You don't want to go through tough times on your own. That's where people overthink and then they end up doing some things which are not good because they are not having those inputs which help them to see those problems from different perspective. Excuse me. Now, I want to hear from you. Of the 4 strategies I talked about for building resilience, which one resonates with you? And which one have you tried before? I want us to share experiences in the chat so that other people can also see that these things can work. So, which one have you tried, or which one do you think you are going to try? I'm going to check and see what you have written. Right, Caleb says consistent effort helps me build momentum, which can diminish. Yes, I think I read that. Boniface says writing down your doubts can help you better understand them and begin to process the process of challenging them. Yes. I'm going to record a video this weekend which is about writing, like about journaling. That is very, very important because when you write down something, you can see it and you can come and look what you have done and how far you have gone. So that's great, Monica. Boniface. Mimiko says acting in the face of doubt builds courage and helps overcome the fear of failure. Yes, that's true. Lucky says, how can I react when faced with unexpected setbacks? Yeah, it happens sometimes that you have unexpected setbacks. I think just sit and look at what is that thing, how did that thing come about, and try and find solutions to them. You can talk to other people. You can have unexpected setbacks, but what is important is how you deal with them. Look at them and try to find a way of going around with them, or try to find a way of stepping over them. Because, yeah, you can step over hurdles. And understanding your emotional triggers allows you to respond to challenges more calmly and rationally. That is true. And understanding your emotional triggers also helps you to avoid situations which bring those emotional triggers. So that is important. Thank you. Shift your positive aspects of life and situation, or focus on positive aspects of life and situation, which strengthens emotional resilience. Yes. The problem is sometimes people always say, oh, why does this always happen to me? Things happen. It's not that they're happening to you. Things happen because things happen. If you look at things, or you look at adversities as always things happening to you, that is going to defeat you. And I do try learning to recognize, understand, and manage both my emotions and those of others. Yes, Lucky. And if you are doing that, it also helps you when you communicate with people because you are understanding their emotions, so you can devise better ways of dealing with them or answering them. Sunny says, use activities like exercise, journaling, or meditation to manage stress effectively. Yes, I love journaling. Journaling is one of my go-to practices and it really, really helps. Sean says, learn to adapt to changing circumstances. View setbacks as temporary rather than permanent. Yes. And really, if you look at it, there is nothing which is permanent in this world. Always, I adopt this attitude that this too shall pass. If other things passed, then that means this situation also shall pass, especially if I cannot find ways of working around it or ways of solving it. So I tell myself and I adopt that attitude that this shall pass, and that takes out stress and all that from me. Yes, guys, I love all the insight and stories that you have shared so far. Now, if you have specific questions you want to ask, if you have specific challenges you would like advice on regarding self-doubt, I would like to hear them and I will try to answer them as much as possible. You can drop them in the chat and I will do my best. Excuse me. So drop your questions or drop your challenges if you have got them. And I will do my best to answer you. So you have been really, really fantastic. And I'm going to look at the main points because I said we are going to do a visualization. So I want when we come to the visualization so that you live with that calmness and peace in you. So I will do this first and then we'll end with the visualization. So the key points which we have today was overcoming self-doubt involves reframing negative thoughts, using affirmations, and taking action. It can be small actions, but the important thing is for you to take actions. And then we talked about building emotional resilience, which requires mindfulness, self-compassion, reframing challenges, and having a strong support network. Don't underestimate support. It's very important. Even if somebody just listens to you and doesn't say anything, that is very, very important. So I challenge you to write down one affirmation every day and practice it. Maybe you can write one affirmation which you practice that week. Say it to yourself daily and see how it goes. Also, I want you to pick one mindful practice which we have talked about here and incorporate in your routine. And let's commit to this journey together and see how we build our resilience and we overcome self-doubt. Right, now we have come to the visualizing activity. And I really hope this is going to help you because I've used some of these activities and they help me. This will help you to manifest your goals and overcome limiting beliefs. So I'm going to guide you through this. It's a powerful visualization exercise. All what I ask is for you to open your mind and be receptive And let's begin. So this practice can help you to connect with your goals and cultivate a success mindset while overcoming limiting beliefs. Because I've been reading through, I can see that we all need this sometime. So what I want you to do is be comfortable. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. It doesn't matter really, whatever you want to do. But what is important is I want you to be comfortable. I want you to close your eyes gently and let's begin. If you don't want to close your eyes, just soften your gaze and don't worry about what is happening around you, but concentrate on your breathing and this visualization exercise. Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Right, like so you can, when you breathe in, count to 7, hold for 4, and when you breathe out, count 7. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more relaxed. Let your shoulders drop, soften your jaws, and your body sink deep into comfort. Now, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful, serene landscape. This is your safe space, a place where you feel comfortable, at ease. It could be a beach, a forest, or a peaceful meadow, wherever you feel the most connected and comfortable with yourself. As you take in this beautiful scene, allow yourself to see what is around you. Let the details of this scene fill your mind. What do you see? Just say the things which you see in your mind. What colors are around you? What sounds can you hear? Take a moment to enjoy this landscape, the colors, the sounds. In the distance, you see a path. It's leading to a vibrant, glowing light. This light represents your goals and the success you desire. Take a moment to feel your excitement and anticipation as you begin walking towards this light. With each step, affirm yourself. I am worthy of success. I am capable of achieving my goals. My limiting beliefs do not define me. I have the power to change my narrative. I want you to repeat this as you walk towards the light which holds your goals and your success. I am worthy of success. I am capable of achieving my goals. My limiting beliefs do not define me. I have the power to change my narrative. As you walk closer to the light that holds your goals and your success, visualize the specific goals you want to achieve. You can write them down if you have something to write with you. Look at them and see them vividly. What does success look like to you? Picture the details, where you are, who you are with, and how you feel. Take a moment to have these things feel you and visualize your goals. Awaken your imagination. Feel it, smell it. Now imagine those limiting beliefs, doubt, fear, insecurity, all beginning to fade away as you approach the light. With every step you take, visualize them dissolving into the air, leaving you feeling lighter, freer, and more empowered. Feel the energy of success enveloping you. Its warmth, inviting, and filled with positivity. Embrace this feeling as if it's already yours. Know that you have the strength to achieve these goals and that they are within reach. Now I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and a deep breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in again and deep breath out, feeling the warmth and feeling your goals and seeing them being achieved. When you are ready, begin to walk back from this visualization, carrying the feelings of success and empowerment with you. You can return to this peaceful landscape whenever you need to reconnect with your goals. Now, slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment. And I want you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Somebody asked, what do you do when you have an unwelcome setback? You can do this visualization and visualize the success. What does it look like? And push that setback aside. Welcome back, everyone. Take a moment to acknowledge how you feel. The energy you just cultivated is your power. Remember, you can return to this visualization anytime you need to reinforce your goals and overcome self-doubt. I hope you found this participating in this visualization empowering and helpful towards achieving your goals and developing a success mindset. Now, I open the floor to questions. You can ask any questions. Right, Lucky says, thank you so very much for this. Oh, that's my pleasure, Lucky. And I hope in each time you want to revitalize your goals, you can come here and do the visualization again. If you want a visualization which is in audio, you can leave me a message and I can send you that audio. And Mimiko says, yes, it is very helpful. I'm so glad that you find it helpful. And Veronica says, I see myself achieving my goals. You are indeed a blessing. Thank you. And you are a blessing for sharing that with me. Veryman says, I really see I'm worthy of success. Yes, you are. The first and most important thing is to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe you are worthy. Believe you can achieve something. And that is the first hurdle passed over. And Boniface said, what role does mindfulness play in building emotional resilience? You see, mindfulness, it takes you away from whatever is troubling you, and you can build your resilience using mindfulness because you have a moment where you can concentrate. Your awareness is on the good. Your awareness is what you have, not what you don't. Your awareness is what you can do, not what you can't do. So it builds resilience in that way. And Wiki says, how can setting realistic goals reduce feelings of self-doubt? Oh, that's very important because if you set realistic goals, you are not overspreading yourself. You are the thing with setting goals, don't set very small goals which you can just achieve too quickly. Otherwise, that doesn't really build you. But setting realistic goals, you are cushioning yourself from disappointment. But my tutor said to me, set goals which even make you feel like, oh my God, can I do that? Set goals which scare you, but set steps to achieve those goals, small steps to achieve those goals. That is far much better. They are realistic, but they scare you, and you divide them into small steps. That is the way to go. Alfie says, how can reframing someone thoughts help in combating self-doubt? Reframing your own thoughts, because instead of telling yourself you're not good enough, you can then say, I may not be good enough at this present moment, but I'm going to do this to make sure I build myself up. You are not criticizing yourself. What is really bad is the negative language sometimes which we tell ourselves. So if you reframe, you are going away from criticizing yourself and then giving yourself building language, which is very, very important. Can self-doubt ever be useful, or is it always detrimental? Let me see. Doubt, not doubting yourself. Maybe it can be useful if, I don't think it can really be useful because it hinders you from trying. Self-doubt, but maybe doubting the ability to do something. Self-doubt hinders, it holds you and it keeps you stuck, because whatever you feel, oh, I can't do that, then you will stop doing it. So it is never a good thing. Boniface, you say you asked a question. I think I've answered your question. That's the one you said, what role does mindfulness play in building emotional resilience? I think I've answered that. Okay, guys, before we go, I hope you found today's activity or today's stream of value in overcoming self-doubt and building emotional resilience. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday for another interesting live stream. I'm just going to go through your topics and see what questions you asked a lot, and then I'm gonna create a live stream according to that topic. But today I want to talk to you about something just before I go. If you find yourself that you need something to help you, say maybe in mindfulness, to help you in journaling, to help you in setting your goals, I wrote this a journal, sort of a journal. Is called Empowered Reflections. It has a lot of helpful activities. The first one is building self-awareness, embracing self-love, managing stress, setting boundaries, protecting your energy, boosting confidence, practicing gratefulness, mindful living, overcoming fear, and you can get it from Amazon. Um, I'm going to put the link next week because it's not yet live on Amazon. I only created this because they sent me this to proofread, so that, yeah, I have something which is worthwhile. But I'm going to give you the link to this very useful journal. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it from Lulu. I'll give you both the links once they are published. They are almost published, but obviously they want you to first proofread and see that everything is. And this one has got things you can do from January to December. It's something really which guides you into helping yourself build confidence, build self-esteem, a growth mindset, and to achieve your goals. Okay, so in Africa we have, in my country we have this saying which says, if someone gives you maybe a piece of steak, you give them something in return. So this is your opportunity to give back, to give me a piece of steak as I've been giving you pieces and pieces of steak. So you can do that by going onto Amazon and getting my journal. Thank you for watching, and thank you always for being so engaging, and I really enjoy doing these live streams for you. Thank you, and see you next week. I'm going to look at your comments and your questions and then prepare something which answers all these questions. Thank you, guys. Bye.